I don't think that Guinevere and I ever expected it to be embraced by Wall Street bros, at all. I mean, that was not our intention.
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
They're okay.
Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste. But when sports came out in '83, I think they really came into their own.
There is a lot of kind of crazy comedy even within the novel of American Psycho, and I was lucky that Christian really, really grasped onto that. Because he was the one who said to me at one point, a day or two before we shot the Paul Allen murder, I think I want to moonwalk. And I was like, okay. And then when he did it, I was like, fell off my chair. I thought it was so funny.
He's been compared to Elvis Costello, but I think Huey has a far more bitter, cynical sense of humor.
But he just got into this manic kind of comic, this edge of craziness and scariness.
Yes, Alan?
Why are there copies of the style section all over the place? You have a dog? A little chow or something?
No, Helen.
Is that a raincoat?
Yes, it is.
I think we were finding it as we were shooting. I didn't say, you're going to do a very extreme physical comedy, but it's also going to be scary. And we didn't plan it out that way. It was just a sort of intuitive thing, which I think is one of the best things when you are filming, that you find something together and you find the style as you're shooting.
In '87, Huey released this, 4, their most accomplished album. I think their undisputed masterpiece is Hip to Be Square.
And in my early life, I had been a music critic, so I was always very amused by the music scenes. It just popped into my head that if we turned them into monologues, and he did the first one just before he killed someone, then every time he starts to talk about music, you will be scared and think that he's about to kill someone.
A song's so catchy, most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should, because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends, it's also a personal statement about the band itself.
The book itself is quite almost avant-garde, experimental. It doesn't have a lot of plot. It's kind of free form, but we needed to give it more plot in a movie and a bit more momentum. So we did that with those scenes and with it by amping up the role of the detective a bit.
Hi, I'm Donald Kimball.
Hi, Pat Bateman. Nice to meet you.
Sorry to barge in on you like this. I know how busy you guys can get.
So, what's the topic of discussion?
What's interesting is, to me, it was very clear, and Guinevere, who is gay, that we saw it as a sort of gay man's satire on masculinity. And that I felt like if Brett wasn't gay, or maybe if you're a very, very perceptive straight man, but him being gay allowed him to see the kind of homoerotic rituals among these kind of alpha males, which is also true in sports and it's true in Wall Street and all these things where men are really prizing their rituals and their extreme competition and they're elevating their prowess kind of thing. And that there's something very, very gay about the way they're fetishizing looks and the gym. They're so obsessed with their looks. And that Brett was able to, it's like that was part of that world, but Brett could see it and focus it and underline. It was the thing that Valerie Solanas of Andy Warhol always said, was that there was a reversal, that male culture, sort of alpha male culture, was really more like the culture of teenage girls, that it was about insecurity and vanity and competition and you really, the way and gossip, and you could see that the way they talk about each other is like teenage girls in a locker room at school,